What is up, guys? Thanks for coming back for day 3 of this 30 interval HIIT challenge. If you're just joining us, welcome. But we're gonna go back to 10 exercises of one pod today. It's gonna be 3 rounds straight through for 30 minutes. Only equipment you're gonna need today is a chair, maybe a table or a step if you're doing it by the stairs. If you want to add weight, we got some reverse lunges today. You can add some weight to those. But if not, it's just going to be your body. So let's get started with a little dynamic warm-up. Go ahead and twist. Get some of those pops out early. Move with purpose here. Warm up the core a little bit too. All right, let's pull the knee up. You're gonna pull at the ankle, one hand behind the knee, and lift up towards your chest, or you can go both over the top this way. If you need a little more knee support. You should feel this in the back side of your leg. All right, let's do a couple. Bend right over, bend the knees back and forth, walk it out a little bit. You can go double at the same time if you want. Bend your knees so your chest touches your knees. Pull your toes up and then extend straight back. Keep that chest touching your knees as you come back. Do one at a time. You might feel this a little bit in your low back too. But let's get started. Let's do some twists. Arms up. Start moving here a little bit. I'm gonna do some shuffles today instead of jumping jacks to start. We got jumping jacks in the warm-up or in the workout. We'll mix it up a little bit. All right, let's do some shuffles. Do straight arm, bouncing back and forth. Light on the balls of your feet. Go 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I'm gonna start my timer here. First one we got is jumping jacks. So we're gonna go straight arm all the way to the top, stay light on our feet. Let's get started. You can slap your legs at the bottom, give yourself a little bit of rhythm. Soft landings right on the balls of your toes. Core stays tight. And you're reaching all the way up, touching at the very top. If you want to make that, I'll show you how to make that a little harder next time. You can crisscross. So this is our active rest period. Try and stay moving here. If you need to take a break throughout at some point, grab some water real quick, do a little side step, walk in place, whatever you gotta do. Try and stay with me. We got push-ups next. We're working on keeping that heart rate high the whole time through this. All right. Remember, screw your hands down into the ground. Keep your elbows in tight. Core stays tight all the way up and down. Your body should be in one plane throughout the whole movement. So you don't want your hips sagging like this. If you are on your knees, it's the same thing. You can cross or just keep them unfolded. Elbows staying tight. You should feel it almost a little bit in your back as you're going up and down if you're twisting the right way. Again, let's try and stay moving here. Here we go. Gorgeous day out here today. If you're outside, if you're in your house, or if you're at, thanks for joining. We got squat pulse next. So we're down, remember, butt goes back first. We stay as low as we can. Our weight's back in our heels. Our chest is up, and we're just bobbing straight up and down. Same thing with the push-up. You can imagine screwing your feet into the ground. It's gonna turn your glutes on a little more. Remember, straight back. That's our time, we can do it next time. We got a lateral shuffle next, so try and create a little bit of space if you have it. If not, you can do one shuffle to the side. I'm gonna try and stay in camera here. Figure out how far I got. But you're gonna try and stay low if you can. If not, you can come up but get low on the end. So we're one and stay low. Like just like this. And drop in to a little bit deeper on the ends. You need to come up in between. Just drop down at the end, come right out of it. Your feet don't need to cross. You're staying as low as you can. Your chest is up and your butt's back, just like the squat. All right, we got our tricep dips next, so grab your chair, grab your table, whatever you got, get to your step. We're gonna use that. If you wanna put your feet up onto a chair, onto a table, it's gonna make it even tougher. Here we go. My hands are right behind my shoulders. My elbows stay in. And I'm just pushing straight up and down. If you don't have something to put your feet on, and you do want to make it harder, you can lift one leg up. If it's too much, you can always do your feet on the ground instead of extended. The closer you move your feet to your butt, the easier it's going to be. So find your degree of difficulty, but push yourself. Move that chair out of the way. We got butterfly sit-ups, so we're going to be on our back. First one totally on the ground today. Our bottoms of our feet are going to be touching together, and our knees are going to sprawl out to the side. Here we go. So our feet together, and we come straight up and push forward. So our first move is up, and then we go forward. Slow and controlled on the way down. Let one vertebrae in your back touch the ground at a time. You're gonna feel that burn as you go down, more so than if you're going up. Finish out that rep, hop right back up, keep moving. Again, if you need to take the break, feel free, but let's try and keep those heart rates going. Do whatever you gotta do. We got football runs next. So our feet are gonna be moving fast and our arms just swing in momentum with our feet. So we're moving quick, arms are moving slow. Get down into a little bit of a squat. Stay light on the balls of your feet. Again, my butt goes back just slightly. A little bit of knee bend, chest is staying up the whole time. And you're just moving your feet as fast as you can. It's tougher than you think. We got windshield wipers next, so I'll show you from the side and then the back. We're gonna be on our back, arms out to the side, or bent elbows. I'll make it a little tougher. Legs are straight and we just rock side to side. So I'll go ahead and get started. If you want to make it tougher, drop it out like that, twist back up, drop it out. If you want to make it a little easier, you can bend your knees. Just make sure you're pulling to the middle with your core every time. And then stopping for a split second at the top, just to make sure you're under control. The low back rotates off the ground, but when we get to the top, it's right on the ground. We got reverse lunges next. Again, get up, stay moving. You wanna do twists, you wanna do shuffles here. Maybe you do a little bit slower runners. You're feeling some butt kickers. Pick your favorite. We go for a reverse lunge. So again, my chest stays up. I'm stepping back far enough to where my front knee doesn't go over tops of my toes, past my toes, and I'm driving up with that glute. Pushing the weight through my heels as I stand up. That's where you can use a little bit of weight if you want to hold on the side here as you go. Body weight works too. We got inchworms next. So we're gonna start one side of our mat, crawl out. If you want to do a push-up at the end, it's great. So, step, crawl out, push up, and crawl all the way back. So bend your knees as much as you need to get your hands to the ground. Core stays tight and you pike up, stand up completely all the way at the top. That's one round. Here we go. We're cruising. Hopefully you got a little bit of a sweat going, your heart rate's up. At this point, we're back to jumping jacks here. Remember, full extension at the top. Light on your feet. If you want to make it tougher, crisscross at the top. You need to take the bounce out, step side to side like this. I'm gonna do a little Irish jig here. Whew. Got push-ups. Staying moving there, staying moving. Keep that momentum. Again, you can go on your knees for these if you need to. Maybe you do a few off your knees and then do the rest on your knees. This is our second round here, so try and amp yourself up each round and do a little bit better than the last one. Remember, screw those hands into the ground. My elbows staying close to my sides. Hands are right underneath my shoulders. And my core stays tight, sucking that belly button to my spine. I'm staying in one parallel line as I go up and down. All right, squat pulse. Remember, sit our butt back. Chest stays up. The rest of it should follow as we screw our feet into the ground. your glutes are gonna fire and you're gonna squeeze harder at the top. Oh, sorry, this is a pull, so we're not going to the top. What am I talking about? We stay low. Get as low as you can. If you start to drift up, be aware of where you're at. Again, from the side. My butt's back, my weight's in my heels. My chest is up and I'm looking forward. Just little movements, not all the way up, not these big squats, but staying pretty consistent with those small movements. Now we got lateral shuffle again. Again, use whatever space you have at home. Find some space, jump over the dog, whatever's in the way. But get low. When we get to the sides, so we're staying up, get low. If you can stay low the whole way through, drop just a slight bit more when you get to the ends. My butt's staying back the whole time. Most of my weight as I come through is staying on the inside leg when I get to the ends. So I'm dropping down in, pushing right back out. Good work, here we go, tricep dips. Get your chairs, get your table, get your steps, whatever you got. My hands are right behind our shoulders. Elbows stay in. We don't flare out, put extra pressure on our shoulders. It's a big no-no. Here we go. So, my elbows stay in tight. I don't want to see this forward rounding of your shoulders like that. Make sure they stay back. Again, you want to lift the leg. Make it tougher. Make sure your form's still good though. You want to make it easier. Bend your knees further and further, but just make sure you're still moving. Get that thing out of the way, because we're doing some sit-ups next. Remember, we're doing butterfly. Feet are flat together on the ground. This isn't a fast movement here. Slow control, tight core. Let's get started. Might as well. Or up and then forward. First movement's up and then reach across. Remember, slow and controlled on the way down. Try not to use your momentum. So don't swing your arms as you come up. Challenge yourself to use your core, use your abs to sit up every time. You're swinging your arms with each rep, taking away from what you can build with your abs. We have football runs. Let's get those legs burning again. Spike that heart rate. Try and keep it up. We're over halfway done, but we're running right now. Stomp those feet into the ground. Light on the balls of our toes. Chest stays up. And my voice is like I'm vibrating. If you can get a little lower, drop down. We're just coming barely off the ground with those feet. Whew. Let's try and keep that momentum of your heart rate up right here. Stay moving with me. We got windshield wipers next, so I'll do it from the backside this time so you can see. feet don't have to completely touch the ground. Go ahead and get started. So my elbows are bent. If you want to make it a little tougher, I'm gonna drop out, pull up with my core, pause, controlled drop on the way down. So I'm controlling the movement the whole way, just like the butterfly sit-ups. This isn't a fast movement here. You don't want to drop and let your feet slam on the ground. If you need to bend your knees again, do what you gotta do. Push yourself to make it tough. You're in charge of holding yourself accountable here. We have reverse lunges. And get that heart rate back up. Should be getting a good sweat going on at this point. Here we go. So we're stepping back. Remember, chest stays up, knees not flaring in and out. Straight from the front. So my knee straight over my toes. And I'm stepping back far enough where my back knee is just slightly off the ground. I'm not touching. And I'm driving up through that front glute every time. Here we go, here we go. Inchworms next. Remember, we're starting at the one side of our mat, walking our way out. If you want to add a push-up, you can drop to your knees real quick, but don't stay on your knees as you push up, back into a standing position. Here we go. Bend as much as you need to, crawl out, push up, and right back to it. So, as you're going out and back, your core stays tight so you don't sway side to side. I don't want you to see you're doing a booty shake. You should be in one line as you go up and down the whole time. Oh, we might as well finish out this rep here. We started it. And that's the end of round 2. One more round to go here. Let's fire it up. Fire it up. Motivate yourself, push yourself hard. This is the last one of the day here. So empty out the tank. We got jumping jacks first. Maybe you go a little faster. Make sure you're staying good form still, touching at the top all the way back down. Pretty straight arms the whole way up. If you want to crisscross, a little more glute action going on. Soft on your landings, not pounding too much. Here we go. Keep going, keep going. And there we go. We got push-ups. So maybe you did 2 off your knees last time. Maybe you do 3 or 4. And you don't trip over your mat. Just work yourself here. This is the best round you've done so far. There we go. Rotate those hands. Squeeze that core. Elbows staying tight as you go up and down. Should be feeling your back at the bottom. Don't let the hips sag. Don't pike them up. Good work. There we go. We got squat pulse. Getting a little lower this time. Best rep yet. Again, if you need to take the break here, grab a quick sip, but this is our last round, so do your best to stay with me. Some kind of movement, but we're doing pulses right now. Keep those knees from caving in, keep them out. Flex those glutes the whole time. You're bouncing under control, up and down. Right at the limit of your range of motion. Stay low, stay low. You start drifting up, drop back down. Legs should be burning pretty good. Perfect time for some lateral shuffles. Remember, we're getting low at both ends. If you need to come up in the middle, that's okay, but try and stay low throughout the whole movement if you can. I'm gonna slide over here to get started. Remember, most of my weight is on that inside leg when I get to the ends. And I drop right back in, get that eccentric motion. That's what burns. That sweet, sweet burn. Stay low, stay low. Here we go. Woo. Good work. Keep moving. Even if you're just walking, stay moving with me here. We got tricep dips next. Got my chair ready. But we're moving again. We do jump ropes. Here we go. Dip it out. Best rep yet. Best round. If you've been bending your knees, try and do as many reps as you can without doing that. If you've been straight leg, maybe you raise up for 2 reps each side, right back down. Gonna go one more. Woo. Get that chair out of the way, we're done with it. I don't want it anymore. We got butterfly sit-ups. Remember, no momentum. Don't cheat yourself by swinging your arms. Slow and controlled with your abs. Let's get started. Get in position here. Not wasting any time. Put the bottom of your feet together. Coming right down, straight back up. Slow and controlled on the way down. Stop at the bottom. Right back up. We got football runs. Let's get those heart rates back up here. This is the fastest you've ever run in place in your whole life. You've been training for this moment. Gut it out. Here we go. Quick, 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 quick. Move those feet, move those feet. Stay a little low. Feet are barely coming off the ground. Heels never touch. You're moving, you're moving, you're moving. Slow arm swing. Drop down a little bit. Keep moving, keep moving. Get the feet off the ground. Come on. Oh, that's a bagger. Keep that heart rate up. Right into windshield wipers. Show you again from the back side. Let's go ahead and get down. If you want to spread your arms, try and keep just your hands on the ground. But again, point those toes towards your face. Knees stay straight. Legs stay straight. And it's slow and controlled movements. Use your core to rotate your legs back up. If my legs went to the left, I'm using my right obliques to pull them up. Finish that rep. Here we go. We got 2 more minutes, so let's run it out. Doesn't have to be football run speed, but it's a nice Sunday morning jog speed. We got reverse lunges next. Remember, keep your form, chest is up, squeezing through the glute as I come up. Stepping back far enough to where my knee isn't going past my toes. And my back knee is just slightly off the ground. Drive through those glutes. Good work. We got 1 exercise left, inchworms. Run it out with me here. Push yourself. Nothing left in the tank. This is day 3. Let's go, let's go. Remember, we're starting at one end of the mat. Go ahead and get in place, but jog it out till you hear that ding. Here we go. Bend, reach over, crawl out, push up, no hip splay, all the way up. Keep that core tight all the way through. Stick that butt straight up and back. There we go, finish out that rep. Don't cheat yourself. All right, good work. I'm gonna shut my timer off here. If your heart rate is still pretty high, maybe step it out for a little bit. Let it drop slowly. You're not just sitting right back down on the couch. If you feel good, you can go straight into a cool down here. I'm gonna spread my legs, bend straight over in the front. Wide stance. Get as far down as you can. If you want to reach back to the other side and pull yourself into a little more of a stretch. You can also walk the knees out a little bit. Pause if you feel a good stretch there. Switch to the other side. If you do have your chair or table here, let's do a glute stretch this way today. I'm gonna cross right over. Sit towards the edge. My planted leg's at 90-90. I'm using this elbow to drive that knee away from me. And then I lean over both legs. You should feel this all in your right glute here, depending on whatever leg's on top. Switch sides. We're gonna push that knee down and then drop right over the top. If you can't get as far, Sitting up here is totally fine. Feel wherever your range of motion is. Should be not painful. It should be a pretty good stretch. Whew. Good sweat going on today. Good work, guys. Day 3, keep it up. Keep that consistency up. Keep coming back. We love having you. If you ever have any questions about exercises, anything like that, anything health, wellness related, feel free to reach out. We're always available. On that note, see you guys for day 4.